Hello everyone and welcome to the Starseed Dragon channel. Today we are going to be reviewing the field guide to Garden Dragon's Oracle deck. It's, let's see, the artwork is by Stanley Morrison and it's written by Arwen Lynch. There are, let's see, 46 cards, and it comes with a 138-page guidebook. So let's open this up and see what these cards look like. I'm really excited about this because, you know, everything dragons, that's all about this channel. We love dragons. So I'm very excited to get this deck to review it. If you end up liking this review and liking these cards, I do have an affiliate link at the, or in the description. Let's see, this book, little booklet. So I will be reading the descriptions of each of the cards as we go along. And, ooh, this looks like a pretty cool deck. Let's see. I have a normal size hand for an adult. It's fairly good size. It doesn't look like they have anything on that. Let me just open up the plastic here. So the edges are not coated in any metallic or anything like that. They do feel pretty thick. Feel like pretty thick cards. So let's get our little measuring tape out here and do a good measure. So they're 4.5 inches. By 3 inches or centimeters. They are about, let's see, 12 centimeters by 8 centimeters, a little over 8 centimeters. So let's take a look at these. I don't know. Let me just take a quick look here and see if there are sections or if we just need to, well, nope, it looks like we just need to go through each. They're not divided up in any specific anything. So we will just walk through the entire deck. Okay, good to know. All right, so let's start reading. Let me just get a close-up of this little guy here. Oh, these are beautiful cards. I like these illustrations. I've been eyeing this deck for quite some time. For maybe about six or 7 months. So let's take a look at what the description says for these cards. First up is Apple Dragon. A keyword is health. Appearance, shiny of wing, the Apple Dragon is noted for several things. The first is the lustrous sheen to the scale. Although there is a slightly waxy feel to the hide, this creature gleams. Accents of green at the snout and appendages set off the white of the underwings and abdomen. The eyes are able to rotate 360 degrees, giving it an amazing range of sight. The Apple Dragon sports spines that radiate from its brow all the way to the base of the tail. While there are many varieties, here we see the Delisquus variety. known for its sweet smell. Habitat. This is a decidedly arbor-loving animal. You will rarely find this dragon far from its preferred tree. A social creature, the apple dragon prefers to be around its own kind. It congregates in orchards where the sharp-eyed dragon watcher can watch glimpses of it busily flying from tree to tree, exchanging the latest news with its brethren. Field notes. The spines of this dragon are easily detached without damage to the creature. When it roars, the sound is similar to the buzzing of bees. Typically a sweet-natured creature, this is one of the most easily tamed of all the garden dragons. They are easy breeders in captivity. The myriad of variety makes this one of the most common of all dragons. Okay, and mystical meaning. When the apple dragon arrives, it is time to think about your healthy habits. This fellow reminds you to choose nutritious and natural snacks. Maybe also add more movement to your daily activity. Gather with friends to share in the sweetness of the camaraderie as well. Look for juicy events to bring you the opportunity to spread happiness in your world. Health is a main ingredient for this dragon. You should make it part of your everyday routine. This is a really, really cool description. I think we're going to have fun with this one. Okay, next up is, oh, he's so pretty. Artichoke dragon. Key word is guarded. Appearance. Generally green all over, this dragon ranges in the softer palette tones of olive and chartreuse. It has fairly sharp spines tracing down its back, also including an eye-catching bristling on either side of the jaw, with violet eyes that are deep set. The artichoke dragon does not have 360-degree vision. However, it makes up for this weakness with an agile, bulbous tail that provides a formidable defense. The wings have jagged edges with an almost thorn-like feel to them. This is an easily overlooked dragon due to the camouflage nature of its coloring. Habitat. The artichoke dragon prefers a good strong source of light, but can make do in shady areas. They are found in areas of the world with long summers and mild winters. They nest in soil, preferring well-drained areas. This dragon is very particular about how much water it gets, with too much being as detrimental as too little. Look for patches of thistles when seeking this creature. Field notes. Their scales, which tend to fall off starting in the second year, are edible and good with butter. The tender heart of this dragon is vigorously protected by a thicket of tiny spikes called the choke. The tail can be held in a tight curl, then unleashed with a surprisingly swift force. While this dragon has a nearly inaudible cry, its breath can make the air sweeter. Mystical meaning. Your talents may be overlooked just now. Are you hiding them from the world? This is a challenging time for you. You need to look for ways to let others see the real you. Guarding yourself from interactions may have become a habit rather than a necessity. Like the artichoke dragon, you could be presenting a spiny exterior, making it hard for people to get to know your softer center. Try to avoid lashing out until you've really explored why you feel so prickly. It could be that your own mental state is preventing people from seeing how fabulous you are. Oh. This is going to be a great deck. I can feel it. So next up is the Artichoke Dragon. He's adorable. Keyword, consistent. Appearance, a very slender dragon. The asparagus dragon is a spring green hue. The veined wings are covered in fine feathers. There are residual claws at the top of each wing, but they do not seem to have any functionality. 3 long spines protrude from the jaw and brow to the back. The juvenile dragon can be distinguished by the lack of the brown scales. These begin to emerge in the 3rd month. Habitat. You will find this dragon in salty, marshy areas. It seems to have a predilection for areas of water, particularly brackish or saline. The creature is most active in the spring and seems to go into hibernation from July to December. It often hides among tall plants such as the cattail. Observers believe this is so the asparagus dragon can employ its erect body to hunt for snails while using the other plants as camouflage. Field notes. When wet, the asparagus dragon emits a strong smell of sulfur. This rotten egg smell while unpleasant, makes looking for this dragon easier in the damp spring. It has been noted that the hide of this particular beast gets very tough as it matures. Mystical meaning. The asparagus dragon reminds you to find your best time to work. You don't have to be fast at what you do, but you should try to be consistent. Stand up tall so you can see what needs to be done. It is a good time to create a to-do list so you can stay on track. Once you've determined your most productive part of the day, you should make plans to be at your desk, your place of work during that time. Tackling your priorities will bring you satisfaction. Each thing you check off that list is a win. This is going to be a great deck. I'm really liking this guidebook. Well, that's a pretty dragon. Avocado dragon. Keyword, patience. Appearance. This green dragon has a hard ridge growing from its chest all the way to the tip of the tail. Adults will be visibly larger with a rounder shape. The head features very small horns that do not seem to have a purpose. Similarly, the spade-tipped tail seems to have no function. The only protection here are the powerful front paws. Habitat. The subtropics are where you will find this unusual dragon. While it must have warmth and humidity, it shuns windy places. This creature is a clumsy flyer at best, so it requires calm latitudes. If one is observant, this dragon can often be found on the ground. Field notes. If you look for the quetzal bird, you can often find these dragons. The quetzal craves their eggs, which are a hard gray-green with a soft light green inside. The dragonets that do hatch are protected from their enemies by a hard, almost solid body. It is only as they grow that the adults soften into their adult bodies. These dragons are fond of golden ladybugs for their main protein source. Interestingly, they are often spotted en masse at sporting events, most notably the Super Bowl. That's funny. Mystical meaning: the avocado dragon calls for patience. Something currently may be quite difficult, but if you allow it time, the situation will mellow. If you force things before their time, you could find it tough going. Step back from the problem. Examine what else needs to happen so that things will fall into place. This is a lesson for you about waiting. Remember that all things mature in their own time. You can't force change without causing harm. Okay. Ah, this is so cool. Okay. Banana dragon. He is so cute. Keyword: gather. Appearance: the adult is a bright yellow while the juvenile is green. The banana dragon is always found in large groups called bunches. They typically sleep with their tails entwined. This inverted head pose helps them blend into the banana trees where they live. The three-pronged tail is a useful defense mechanism, as fully mature banana dragons can release their individual tips. Those can leave a bruise, so be cautious. Habitat: tall, leafy tropical plants attract this garden denizen. A spot where shade is equal to the amount of sun will be their preferred habitat. They avoid trees that lose their leaves in cold weather. Some types of this creature will even interlace leaves together to create caves within the foliage. Field notes: the banana dragon hatches green in color. It slowly turns to the bright yellow over the first few days. As the banana dragon matures, it may display brown spots. You can tell the age of a banana dragon by the color. As the older it gets, the more brown it shows. The banana dragon is considered a member of the berry tribe rather than the fruit tribe. Mystical meaning: when banana dragon shows up, call on your friends. Here is a creature who loves to gather. You should look for your group, your chosen family, your bunch. You can thrive within the right group of people. Remember that this doesn't mean all of them. Just focus on the ones who support you in your own personal brand of expression. The others you find appealing are the ones you join with. Put your energy into them instead of those who make you feel like splitting. Banana split. Time to bring your community together. This is a great deck. Okay. Oh, he's pretty. I really love these pictures. Blackberry dragon. Keyword is timing. Appearance: a glistening dark purple. These dragons are often mistakenly identified as being black when they are actually the very deepest violet. The young are an engaging mix of greens, yellows, reds, oranges, and purple, with the purple eventually taking over. Even for fully mature adults, the tail may often be lighter in color, and sometimes even yellow or white. The breastplate will remain creamy except in older dragons. The underside of the wings remains green, deepening in color with age. The spinal column sprouts very sharp thorn-like protrusions. It is not recommended to capture this species by hand when nets are available. Oh, he might be thorny. Habitat. Look for this dragon in low-lying bushy areas. They love the sun, so they choose to congregate at the edges of woods and in open fields. The preferred locale will have dense leaves with thorny vines. Tread carefully. Poison ivy is known to cozy up to the blackberry dragon. Field notes. The blackberry dragon prefers to swarm with others of its ilk. The scent of this creature is very alluring, but if caught, it can leave a dark stain on the skin. In certain places, this dragon can be found eating the fruit it is named for. Full of iron and vitamin C, the berries will fill the dragon with strength of body and mind to help make good decisions. Mystical meaning. Timing is the issue when the blackberry dragon shows up. It is common wisdom that every problem can be solved by striking at the right moment. This dragon takes time to mature. It can be quite sour-tempered as a young dragonette, while the more mature creatures tend to have sweeter dispositions. Wait before you launch into an argument. Hold back. If you give your opponent time to make mistakes, they will. However, if you leap in too soon, you will be the one caught up in thorns and vines you may not have noticed. A wait-and-see approach is your very best bet right now. Work on your strategy while you let your opposition have just enough rope to hang themselves. Oh, well, that's a good advice, right? My grandma used to always tell me that. Give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves, right? Next card. Look how adorable these cards are. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, blueberry dragon. Keyword is goals. Appearance. Blueberry dragon is known for its bulbous eyes, which can see in any direction. Very small spinal attributions exhibit as rounded bulbs with erect points. These points are not sharp. This creature has only one defense mechanism noted at this time. If grabbed by hand, it can emit a dark spray that will leave an indelible blue mark. A soft approach garners the best observations of this gentle dragon. Habitat. Anywhere with good drainage and direct sun is home to the blueberry dragon. Most easily found in the summer, the blueberry dragon may be a species that hibernates. At this time, the Royal Dragon Society has not been able to locate any den or other location of this possible heteromic creature. Though it is thought to prefer hilly areas. Field notes. Blueberry dragon is used to having people stare. With those chameleon eyes, it can stare back from any direction. It is a very hard-working dragon, which is why the grasshopper follows him. It loves friends as long as they are inclined to labor alongside this dragon. The favorite season is summer. Will stain if handled roughly. Has a sweet aroma that goes along with its sweet nature. Field observers note that if one sits still long enough, this creature will land on a human. It seems to have a very inquisitive nature. Mystical meaning. When this affable fellow wanders in, it's a good time to look at your goals. Prioritize activities based on time needed. Take on the longer tasks first. Blueberry reminds us that we must focus our energies in order to make things happen. When you have a large project at hand, write down the steps, make a timeline, then carefully calculate each part of the journey toward the end goal. Plan your work, then work your plan. Nice. He is so adorable. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, next one. Wow. Oh, he's beautiful. Broccoli. Broccoli dragon. Keyword place. Appearance. Various greens that move from a pale yellow green to the deepest forest green cover this creature. The young and the mature cannot be distinguished by color alone. Instead, one should look at the crest. An adult of this species will have an erect crest, displaying one sturdy trunk topped by several florets. The wings are leathery with noticeable veins. I see. Look how pretty his eyeball is. Habitat. This creature prefers the cooler climes, so is not often seen where it is hot. If they stray into a hot area, their coloration tends to fade. Even their proud crust droops. They require lower temperatures to grow, but this green sprig of a lizard can't endure the hardships of cold either. The best way to spot them is to find moderate climates. Field notes. The broccoli dragon feeds on moths, making it another useful creature for gardeners. This dragon is hard to attract, but aromatic herbs seem to work best as they help repel the insects that so often bother this dragon. The small crest florets are very delicate, but can be regrown effortlessly. This creature may drop them as part of a defense mechanism. Another noteworthy aspect of the broccoli dragon is its unusual ability to repel water. Mystical meaning. The broccoli dragon reminds you to find your best place. We are not always fortunate enough to live where we truly thrive. It's time to determine where your ideal spot in the world is. This is a physical place rather than a metaphysical place. If you cannot pick up roots to move, get serious about clearing your home of unnecessary clutter. Set your mind to creating your own sacred space. That is awesome. And it looks like we are sitting on 28 minutes or so, so I'm going to end right here, and we will continue on in the next part of in the next video, so that we don't get overwhelmed with a big giant long video. And so I will see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe, and have a great evening. I'll see you in the next video.